right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. So, I'm going to go over today a story that went viral. Bricklady. For those that know about the Bricklady story, you guys are in for a little bit of a treat. I'm going to cover it my way. It's going to be a little bit different. Look, I'm not a journalist. I'm going to cover it the way I guess someone that's not a journalist that just finds this story very interesting. And it's a couple of things. It shows a lot of how shitty people can be. And for some reason, I just keep on getting feeds of like scams on my YouTube. It's crazy. I don't know if it's because people are just doing a lot of scams now. I don't know what it is, but the level of stuff that's getting pushed about scams is going crazy. But this is a scam, and it's a long scam. It's a long game, I guess you call it. Let's go over some of these things in no particular order. I have a couple videos that I pulled up. We're going to go over it, and we'll discuss it as we see them, all right? Let's go.
And thank you for joining us for the second half hour of The Factor Uncensored. A lot of hot topics to get to tonight. We begin with a rejection that took a dangerous turn. A Houston woman is recovering after she says a man hit her in the head, in the face, with a brick. Robache says he attacked her after she refused to give him her cell phone number, all while a crowd of men stood there watching.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why this man got a brick on my face?"
According to her social media, this happened over the...
All right, so for those that don't know, this came out a couple months ago. This story about she got hit by a brick in front of a bunch of men was very questionable because there was a lot of people that were interviewed when this whole story happened, and everybody was like, nobody ever saw the whole thing. Nobody saw it happen, but her acting and her crying and all this made everybody believe that she must have gotten hit by a brick. So I'll leave it there, but just continue. As she's saying in front of all these people, nobody saw this. Nobody saw the brick. The brick is missing. It's just...
weekend, we reached out to HPD for some information and have yet to hear back. Joining us now to talk about it, public relations specialist Bridget Holden, Latoya Lemon, along with pastor and journalist Dr. Ruth Olson. Glad to all have you here on The Factor. When you guys see this, and number one, she's saying there were a group of men standing around, probably on their damn cell phones, looking to get the shot instead of trying to protect a woman. Your thoughts on this?
I feel like black women are not being protected these days. I mean, but then, I don't know if you watch social media, but then there are a lot of women on here who are saying, well, I don't need a man, and I don't need this, and I don't need that. So we kind of have to take accountability. If we're out here saying that, then are the men going to protect us? But I thought that chivalry is dead.
Dead.
Yeah.
And buried. Latoya, right. Your thoughts about this? Number one, first of all, someone hitting her with a brick because she refused to give their number, if all the facts are correct.
Absolutely. So I understand rejection is hard, right? But my real issue here, of course, I don't condone any violence and I don't like it, but the men that stood around and watched, people are no longer getting any type of help in situations that they need help in. People are not being decent. People are making everything a joke, everything a moment to go viral. And this could have been, this is this lady's health. You know, this could have went even worse, and she could still be in the hospital with severe damages. And so to see that nobody helped her, I mean, that's heartbreaking, completely.
And of course.
So obviously this video was taken before everything was, I guess, made aware that this was kind of a hoax. But this is kind of a good example of how a story like this made the news to a point that they basically had their own segment for this lady getting hit by a brick, and it basically bashing men. Man don't care, man didn't do anything, and it's pretty effed up. It pretty is. I mean, I think everybody should if everything allegedly is correct as of right now, that everything was a lie, a lot of people need to apologize. I think it's just, it is what it is. Let's just continue.
Dr. Olson, we're talking about a new generation that's not used to rejection, not playing the old school rule games where you just keep trying, you keep trying.
Yeah.
And then you have people who, if they see someone.
And I don't mean these ladies apologize, because obviously they're going on the assumption that the story is true. But she needs to apologize. And anybody else that knew that she was lying, they need to apologize. To make this lie went on for months, to the point that, again, just bashing men are idiots, man. But again, nobody saw the brick, nobody saw rehab. Everybody, they interviewed a couple of the people, and everybody just assumed, but they couldn't attack nobody. Nobody knew what was going on. It's weird. I mean, now, of course, when she tells her story on TikTok and she's very coherent in telling her story and holding her phone up, she makes it look like every man that was there was a piece of shit. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what she makes it look like. And that's what I think she was going for. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think that's what she was going for. Honestly, that's what it comes down to. She was trying to get the most sympathy and make the situation, of course, as worse as possible.
Who's in trouble, they think videotaping it is their response to helping them out, and that's not the case.
Yeah, they're all of a sudden citizen journalists instead of helping. I want to just express so much compassion for this young lady, and I also want to express a lot of concern for where we are. If people can stand around and watch that, we do have to get involved. So she asked a question in that. She said, "What did I ever do to deserve this?" Nothing. You didn't do anything to deserve that. So we want to put that out there. And also, let's make an appeal that let's help people.
Right.
We've got to get back involved. That's who we are. A lot of the social media has separated us, and a lot of us think, well, it's just me. It's all about me. It's you going viral. It's not about other people, and we need relationships. We need other people. One thing for sure, she made the right decision in not giving him her phone number.
Absolutely. Yeah. And still here on the.
All right, so this is another random video that I picked up that I thought and again, I have not seen these videos. That could be good, that could be bad. I don't know. I'm just gonna do this how I can do it with the time that I have allotted to me.
Live on KPRC TV and the KPRC 2 Plus live stream. The news starts now.
Right now, 10 competing claims about this viral video.
Y'all gonna let a man hit me in my face?
As the woman seen in it cancels her plan to turn herself in for theft charges.
Only on 2, the man accused of the violence reaches out to KPRC2 and shares his story in the aftermath of that night.
What has it been like for you having to stay silent?
It's the hardest thing to do. It's to not say anything when the whole world is saying something about you.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 10 o'clock. I'm Daniela Guzman.
And I'm Keith Garvin. The woman who made those allegations is wanted by Houston police tonight because investigators say she made up the story to profit from a GoFundMe. KPRC2's Bryce Newberry is now live at HPD headquarters tonight with the exclusive interview. Bryce.
So, you wanted to go viral? You got viral. You got all the attention now. And this is where we at right now. The news is talking about that you got to turn yourself in, or you haven't turned yourself in. Pretty interesting, from just trying to make a little bit of money, huh?
Keith and Daniela, Rhoda Osman, who's known virally as Bricklady, was expected to surrender here at Houston Police Headquarters this afternoon. That did not happen. But tonight, the man who she accused of throwing that brick at her head when she says she wouldn't give him her phone number is telling only KPRC2 what he says happened that night.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch.
This video has been seen millions of times. The man accused of the viral brick throw reached out to me for his first interview.
This was a well thought of plan, a diabolical plan.
Olin Douglas is a father, son, and small business owner. But in September, allegations made by 33-year-old Rhoda Osman nearly put it all at risk.
It caused people who I thought really knew me to kind of betray me.
Douglas says he met her at a club near the Galleria as she wore a mask that only revealed her eyes. He invited her to an after party.
It's as if she was trying to get in some type of conflict.
But says she was aggressive and very intoxicated. They ended up in a car with friends.
She physically didn't start touching me until I asked her to leave. So you gotta get out.
Outside the car, Houston police say surveillance video then showed Osman slapping him in the face before he hit her back with what appears to be a plastic water bottle in hand.
You should never hit a woman in general, but I didn't want to hit her actually. It was like she hit me and I just reacted.
According to court documents, the
video surveillance basically is telling his story. She attacked him. He hit her with, I think, we'll find out. Supposedly it's a water bottle. I probably should have looked at these videos before, but let's just get it.
Didn't match what Osman told police, that a male Uber driver threw a brick at her and tried to kidnap her, that she did her own investigation and was told that Douglas was the one who assaulted her. She's now charged with theft because...
Again, she said the name and everything. His last name, first name, all in. I apologize. Douglas, that's his last name. I forget his first name, but she, according to her investigation, so right off the bat, she already lied. She said that the guy hit her for no reason. He doesn't know why. First of all, he didn't hit her with a brick. The surveillance shows nothing of her getting hit by a brick. And apparently he must have hit her with the water bottle. That's fine. Let's just...
Prosecutors say she made it up and tried to profit from this GoFundMe that raised more than $42,000.
It's been a divide between, you know, black men, black women, and it's been... It's really evil what she did.
If police didn't have...
It should have never been a race thing. This was made a race thing by her. If you see her GoFundMe, she basically titled it Black Muslim Woman. It's just trying to hit all of the things that would trigger someone to feel bad for the situation. And it's sad when you find out that it's not true what happened to her. So off the bat, you know she didn't get hit because apparently all the cameras show she didn't get hit by a brick. Let's just say that. Second, she was the aggressor. Like, she was initiating. She was trying to get into some type of conflict, apparently.
Have this surveillance video, this evidence that basically clears you. What kind of situation do you think you would be in?
I would be that guy that hit a girl with a brick. I'm black. I'm surprised.
Think about that, though. She didn't give a shit. This guy would have been forever. If there was no cameras, it would have just been her saying that this guy hit her with a brick. And she would have had no problem throwing my man underneath the bus for her to be able to make some money on that GoFundMe. That's pretty, again, this is another story of your character tells a lot. If you are doing this and this is part of your main story, it makes it really hard to believe a lot of the other story. So, especially when a lot of the big lies are caught or shown that they're not true on video camera. So,
I didn't get arrested from this going out.
Douglas says he's received death threats from complete strangers.
She's just manipulating people using their pain. And that should be the true crime here.
He hopes people online will be more conscious.
The internet is the internet. It's not real life all the time.
So one quick thing. He mentioned that she was there with a mask, and I saw clips of it. Right now, because she is wanted, and I guess she would, whatever, she's trying to cover herself, she turned off all of her social media, or she made it private. I can't see any of it. But there was videos of her in the club with a face mask. Like, who in the hell is inside a freaking hot-ass club with basically their face covered? And this is, again, part of the whole story that she injects herself. There's a whole story. Again, allegedly, there's a story that she's done this before, that she's injected herself with some type of thing to make her face swell, and then she accuses someone of, hitting her or whatever, or she makes the accusation that she's been hit and the swelling came from that. So the whole thing is like very weird. I mean, you guys, maybe I'm old and maybe that's how ladies go to the club, with just covered up. You can only see their eyes, just face covered up, and like a ski hat, inside of a club. But when she goes outside of the club, she takes it off. That's a little weird to me. But, I'm old. Maybe I just have no idea what's going on. So on Click to Houston, their thumbnail or their title is "Why Brickgate Case is Causing Stir on Social Media. Concerns for Protect Black Women Movement." I'm not aware of all the movements on social media. I'm just not. I have no idea what movements are going on. But I can tell you that when someone makes a big stir on anything, or like a big showcase or viral, let's just say that, somebody goes viral on something that is basically making it difficult for that particular movement or particular cause or particular whatever to be seen the same way, yeah, you're part of the problem. Like anything, like there is racism out there, right? But when people lie about racism, we have a problem. There's people that hate on certain jobs or certain things that people do, but if people make up stuff for it, yeah, it makes it a little bit difficult for when it's actually true. That's all I'm saying. I think I kind of just did a little thing that didn't make any sense, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. The little bit of the frosty beverages are kicking in.
I'm asking for support because I cannot do this by myself. I'm a full-time mother, I'm a full-time student, and I'm a full-time employee. And I have done everything I can to reach out to get an investigator, get all the information. I've pretty much done everything for them, including giving them a confession video of this man saying that he assaulted me and that he does not care. And they've had that video since the week before Thanksgiving, and they have not done anything about it. They have not moved forward in the case, and they won't respond to me. I have left over 20 voicemails, over 20 emails, and guess what? They respond to people who have nothing to do with this case. People who don't even live in Houston and don't care and are just agents of chaos. And why are they doing this? It's because they want to tone police all of us. Because they want all gendered oppressed people to know that if you ever speak out, you will be punished, and you'll be punished badly. And this will determine how we move forward. And they don't want this change, because if this change happens, what are they gonna do? Because these people have made careers, money, and whole platforms off of black women pain. And they have nothing else to offer. Without our pain, they can't do anything. They have no motion. So please help me be a part of this change and stop this online and offline violence of black women and people benefiting off of it. Go to HPD Major Assault and tweet them and say, "Lock Olan Douglas up. You have a confession video. Do the right thing. Help me hold them accountable."
We all know where we're at now, so let's get into the next thing that I picked up that I have no idea what it is either. Oh, what the fuck is this? Okay, let's listen to this.
Y'all playing with me like I'm not from Africa. Y'all playing with me like I'm not from Somalia. Y'all playing with me like we don't do voodoo there. Y'all playing with me like my mom's not a witch and my dad's not a wizard. Do you see all these candles burning? Do you see this? Do you see how many candles I've been burning? Baby, I'm sending that right back to you. And I'm more powerful than you. I'm a motherfucking powerful witch.
I'm a motherfucking powerful witch.
Your spirits are not on the level of my spirits. Your energy ain't matching my energy. And your ancestors ain't as strong as my ancestors. Motherfucking powerful witch.
Motherfucking powerful witch.
I'm sending it right back to you, homie. So you should not waste your time or your money.
But you don't have to take my word for it.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
I really don't know what to say about that. That is just, it is what it is. I hope you guys were entertained Are you entertained?
So that brings us here to Houston Police Headquarters today. We got alerted earlier today that Miss Osmond, that bricklady, was planning to surrender and turn herself in because she's wanted for theft in Harris County. We were contacted by the new Black Panther Nation and Quanell X because he was contacted by her for help and to arrange the surrender. So it was our understanding that that was supposed to happen at 3:45 today. You can see right now that time has passed. And as we arrived here at Houston Police Headquarters today, we got another alert that Miss Osmond, bricklady, is a no-show. She decided to...
It is funny though that they are calling her bricklady. That is funny. I think I gotta admit that is funny. Now that is... At the end of the day, they all take that name. If you go viral on the internet, you are going to take whatever name, whatever made you famous. Tell me if I'm wrong, but that's usually what happens. Like Pink Sauce Lady, it's the same fucking thing. All right.
Not surrender. I spoke with Candace Matthews, part of the new Black Panther Nation, and she told me that they had an agreed meeting location today. They were supposed to be meeting with bricklady and then bringing her here for the surrender at Houston Police Headquarters, but they say she didn't show up. She didn't provide an So that brings us here to Houston Police Headquarters.
I hear that she did not show up or did not surrender because she is still looking for a lawyer. And I'm looking to myself, apparently she said she's looking for a lawyer that would defend her. And it probably is because a lawyer, if she can't find a lawyer that won't defend her, that means she's cooked. Because I don't want to be an asshole, but most lawyers, they'll take a case. If you're gonna pay, they'll take a case. She didn't say that she don't have no money. She just said because they're not gonna defend her. So and if I could find that, well, I think we're down to our last video clip that I just popped up out of nowhere. Oh, this is a whole nother story to this story. This person is the person that brought this whole thing to light, that started basically being an internet detective. So Daphne, whatever. I'm bad, whatever. So let's just see the video that she came, and apparently I had it playing before because I just pulled it up and it was playing, but I was getting other videos. So let's just see what the hell this is.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody.
So this brings it a full circle right here, because obviously you did something, because surveillance shows that you were the asshole throwing shit at the other person. So right now you're already lying. So this is where I started to get like, oh, this is fucked up. This person is a shithead. Like, this person is like, she got me for a second. I was pretty upset, and now I found out, and I was glad I didn't make a video in the beginning, because at the beginning I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But let's go.
Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why is this man got a brick on my face? And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching, and nobody does nothing. And he hits me in my face, and then they all just watch, and they let that nigga get in a car. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
This is pretty messed up once you find out this is a lie. This is pretty messed up. Again, I think most men, if they were there and they saw this happening, somebody would have reacted, right? But obviously nobody saw it happen because it never fucking happened. And this is the shit that gets me. Look, whatever, man. I'm not going to clubs anymore. That's just not me anymore. But I feel sorry for the new generation that is still dealing with dumb shit like this. I think when I was younger, I probably did not even know about dumb shit like this. So I would think the internet people should be a little smarter, a little bit more street smart. But obviously that's not true, because I can show videos about that. But So this is the picture right here. This is on top. Help Black Muslim mother pay for. This is the original, not the original one she did before, and then she did it again, and it was basically the same title. So the first one, she didn't go viral, so it could have been a lie too, or maybe that was true, and then she was like, "Let me make that, recreate the whole thing." We don't know. We'll find out. Maybe, I don't know. But right here it says, August 2nd, 2020, and again, somebody could get assaulted violently very recently, right? Like somebody could just be that person that they just fucking get assaulted very violently all the time. I don't know. And it happened years apart. So it definitely could have been true, but it definitely brings up to make sure it's true, because it's not something that is very common. So I understand that brings, whatever, it brings it brings ideas to people's head. So we'll see. This is another one. So request for so this is a person, the queen of accountability, a TikToker, and she did her due diligence. This is her thing. She did it, and God bless her for doing this, because I don't think everybody would have necessarily gone through the whole work or energy of doing this. So
y'all, this is the first time I've even acknowledged this unhinged woman, the queen of accountability. The queen of delusion. She calls herself a life coach with no emotional.
Right off the bat, the queen of delusion, she calls herself. But this person is the one that's been caught lying. And I have a feeling this is a whole new thing. This is a new phenomenon. People lie, and if they say the lie enough, there is enough people that will believe the lie. I mean, I don't think it's a new thing. I just think it's something that always happened. I just think people are getting keen to this whole concept and are using it a lot. And I think it's just something that always existed. People always did it. So, yeah.
Intelligence. And she's a fake lawyer too, because apparently she's suing me. And she's a fake police officer because apparently she has an investigation on me. And apparently she's a fake judge because she's about to put a felony on me. A fake prosecutor because she's about to put a felony on me too. This can destroy 1 million people's lives. You're still gonna be sad. You're still gonna have no friends. Your husband still won't like you. Your kids will still be ashamed of you. You're talentless. You lie. You have no ethics. You have no morals. You have no hobbies. You have no friends. Like, girl.
I don't know anything about the queen of accountability. I don't. But I do know that your story has been broken apart a little bit by just surveillance. Which is sad, because apparently it looks like you thought there was no surveillance going on, and you can make the story up and nobody would be any better or any different or would not have any idea. But you are ignoring that there is little video footage disputing what you're saying.
And now you won't have no money, because I'm going to take it all. See you in court, bitch. If anybody can tell me Daphne's last name and the city and state that she lives in, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you.
That's funny how she did this. You continue. Listen.
Daphne, I know your minions are watching. I know you're blocked, but Daphne Sutton? You see how quickly I got your last name?
That's not impressive. Not impressive. We're in the world of the internet. Most people can get that pretty quickly. So I think this is her attempts of scaring the person is very weak. And I think this is, the whole thing has been very weak the whole time. Again, the only thing that made it even work was because she was not going viral. When she caused any attention, her whole thing was broken down. So I think she's still going with that. She has not learned, apparently.
That was 30 seconds. Now think about how quickly I'm going to find out your city and state, and then your address, and then your job, and then everybody in your family's name. Probably can get it before 6 p.m. today. You think you...
And what does that even mean? Do you mean that you're gonna commit another illegal act, that you're gonna send people to her house? Like, I don't know what you're saying.
fucking with me, but I'm about to lay your ass to rest. See where I'm at? I'm at the cemetery. Bitch, I'm about to lay you to rest. It's coming right back to you.
I think she just went full Tropic Thunder. And I think she's trying to go full Tropic Thunder to try to avoid the facts. But let's continue.
I just wanted to see if there was an update because, you know, she's doing all these things on social media and victims don't move like that. But I want to proceed with my fraud case because she's out here spending money still on these fancy places and she's laughing in our face. And she even told me, you can't do shit about my GoFundMe money because I was actually assaulted and I'm going to use some of it to sue you and all this other type of crap. I don't care about that. But I just wanted to make sure that I'm on the right path with my fraud case.
Yes.
All right, so in a nutshell, I'm about to go. I had enough frosty beverages while I've been here. Leave your comments below. Let me know if you think I should change the name from Chef Venting to Me Venting or something else. Just let it know. But all I do know is that I got to go right now. So peace, everyone. Be safe.